mate? I mean, summary of the story.
We know now. Now you understand now. Now you go.
In movie terms, it's called synopsis.
Thank you, wise one.
Now we know that in Netflix that you first read first to know if the film is interesting or not. Thank you, wise one. We understand.
Those are the users.
So, I want you all to summarize the story, and you all have just 4 minutes to pitch your story. And the best story will be shot by the management as a short movie.
I just say we go submit the script now, bro.
You don't need to submit the script, just pitch the story. Pitch the story. Hello, housemates. As you're pitching the story, it means you're summarizing your story for me. Then I can pick the best. When I pick the best, you submit the script. If 4 people have a good story, I might be shooting 4 short movies.
How many? Two? How many?
Four.
Four. I hope today now. Now one now.
Hello, housemates.
Hi, wise one.
I hope your story is not a lava movie.
How is Bollywood?
And also, I hope it's
Bollywood.
not a Saba kind of story.
Yes,
It's a quite bomb story.
Make sure.
it's a Bakeleke story.
Hello, housemates.
Hi, wise one.
Make sure the story is something unusual and creative. Do you understand?
Yes, wise one.
What makes a story is the suspense. If you're doing a comedy story, when you come to the stage, tell me the story you're about to narrate is a comedy story. Do you understand?
Yes, wise one.
If it's love and romance, tell me before starting pitching your story. Do you understand?
Yes, wise one.
Do you understand?
Yes, wise one.
I will start with Pretty J.
Good evening, housemates. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, wise one. I am Pretty J, a contestant at the face of Images Housemates Season 5, and I'm here to pitch my script. It's actually a romance drama. Thank you. The title of my script, though, is Emily. Just Emily. Emily is a workaholic. She's ambitious. She's strong. She's driven. She has everything a woman actually desires, but the only thing that's missing is a man in her life. Based on the society we find ourselves now, many people believe that without a man in a woman's life, she's never ever complete. Now, Emily understands that, and she also gets peer pressure from her friends. She gets pressure too from her parents, asking her when is she going to get married. Emily is not, see, she hasn't been in relationships or not. It's just that most of them did not work out the way she wanted it to work out. So at some point, she felt maybe love is not real. Will she find love? We don't know. Will she live happily ever after? We don't know. But this is how the script goes. Thank you. At first, as a workaholic, she wakes up as early as 4 a.m. She goes to work, meets her gate man anytime she gets to the work, gets to answer to her boss. She's really, really hardworking. And her boss also recognizes her for that. She also has a crush at her workplace who always crushing her and be like, oh, I wish Emily was mine. And we have the Sade, who is the crush's friend, who is actually crushing on the crush, but the crush is not crushing on her. I hope you actually understand that.
Yeah.
So, Sade is like, you're such a coward. You can't even walk up to this lady and tell her that you really like her. But the guy is just that shy type of person that can't actually meet Emily because he thinks Emily's standards is way above him. Now, Emily has a best friend who has been with her through thick and thin. The best friend usually go out and tells her how much she enjoys life as a whole. The best friend
Silence,
is just
everyone.
the best friend is just everything that keeps Emily together. So the best friend kept on advising Emily that Emily, you should never ever give up on love. Love is beautiful, and when you find it, you would absolutely love it. And Emily was just like, oh, thank you very much for lifting my spirit. Now, it came to the time when Emily's younger sister, the one she's older than, decided to get married. You can imagine the pressure being placed on her. She went for the wedding. Unfortunately for her, the father's friend, Emily's father's friend, came with his son who flew in that day. They came around, they exchanged pleasantries, and fortunately, the son was actually interested in settling down in Nigeria since he's back and also establishing some businesses and so on in Nigeria. So they got to know each other. They decided to go on a date, give it a try and everything. And yes, she finally found love. On her birthday, the guy came around and he surprised her with a proposal, and it was one of the best feelings ever. Emily accepted. A few days to their wedding, during preparation and everything, Emily went for her wedding dress. As she got it, she never knew they were robbing at a bus stop pretty close to where they got the stuff. So as herself and her best friend were going back home with the wedding dress, being happy and everything, inside the car, due to the police chase, the armed robber, and the police was having crash with the armed robber, and unfortunately, Emily came out really bad. That was very close to the wedding. It wasn't easy for Emily. The friends survived it, but it wasn't easy for Emily. Everybody was anticipating, is Emily going to come out with this? Is Emily going to come out with this? Now that she has found love, why is she not finding happiness afterwards? Because she does not deserve this. It's not something that should happen to someone. The boyfriend or fiance was devastated. The mother was filled with grief and pains. That now is the time for her daughter to be happy, but unfortunately, it is not happening. What did the doctor come out to say about Emily? Did she die? Is she alive? Was she in coma? That's left for everyone to think about when you see the story. Thank you.
Thank you. Pretty J.
Yes, wise one.
Are you sure the story is just dancing?
Sir?
Are you sure the
Yes,
story
sir.
is just dancing?
Yes, sir. I tried as much as possible to accumulate it all.
Are you very sure?
Yes. Yes, wise one.
Be seated.
Thank
Wiz Millie.
Good evening, wise one. Good evening, my housemates. I am here in Wisdom, popularly known as Wismili, a contestant of Face of English Housemates in the fight. So, the title of my story is the title of I have a script here to summarize, and the title is Ebuka, the talk of the town.
Wiz Millie.
Wise one.
Is it a comedy story or love or drama?
No, wise one is not a comedy story. It's just the story of a boy that has always been he has always been known for everything he's doing.
Continue.
It's a drama, yeah. So, Ebuka is a brilliant boy, very brilliant. So, during his primary school days, they know him very well. So, in the secondary school days, he represents the school's community for debates and all that. So, he has always been known for being brilliant. So, then Ebuka graduated from school. Many years after, no result, no job. He was just being around, walking around the community. Then he became another talk of the town again. People started insulting him, cursing him, and he found a friend, Oi. Oi is also a brilliant boy. Oi is an artist. So Ebuka as well is an artist. So the both of them started doing music together. They started doing music together. But Ebuka's mom does not like Oyi or Ebuka. So each time she wants Ebuka off Oyi, that she don't want to see Ebuka and Oyi working together. That Oyi is a scalar quantity. So then Ebuka then talked to his mom that Oyi is the only person that is found like is comfortable with talking to. That Oyi has a dream and they both have the same dream together. So then there is this guy called Edwin. Edwin is a rich kid. Edwin and Orato, they are both rich kids. So Edwin has always been this kind of person. Edwin has always been a person that he does not like Ebuka from the beginning because Ebuka was brilliant. And Ebuka always outshines him in school and all that in competitions. So he has always been jealous of him. So Ebuka and so Edwin keeps insulting Ebuka each time he sees Ebuka. He calls him all sort of names that you think say school na everything na be. Shey school don't finish now. What they do? They work out about with your stupid friend. Oh, you not get anything. Not so be artist, not so be sing. So then, Oyi's mom called Oyi and talked to Oyi and said, my son, don't look at what people are doing. Don't chase clouds. Follow your dreams. Whatever it is you want to do it and do it with your mind. Oyi was happy and was praising his mom and was calling her sweet mom, the best mom of all time, the best mom anyone can wish of. But then, Ebuka overheard Oyi's mom advising Oyi. Ebuka was tearing up, he was crying that Oyi's mom is Oyi's biggest backbone, that he does not have a backbone, that his mom calls him all sort of names just as other people calls him all sort of names out there, that his mom does not have confidence in him, his mom does not believe in him, and all that. So Oyi tries to calm Ebuka down and told him not to worry. So then, Ebuka was sick. Ebuka fell sick, and for days he has not been able to see Oyi. So Oyi decided to meet Ebuka and visit Ebuka. While he went to knock at the door, Ebuka's mom came outside and started shouting at Oyi that Oyi is a witch, that Oyi is saying in his song that I don't want to see Oyi around Ebuka anymore, that Oyi should never come to this place. Anytime Oyi comes to this place, that he will break his legs. That's how Oyi left. So for weeks then, Ebuka came out, he was feeling fine, he went to Oyi and he was saying that Oyi should not be angry, he was apologizing to Oyi. So Oyi now told Ebuka that there's stuff coming up that if he will be interested, that he will register for it. Ebuka said he will be interested in anything, that he has always believed in Oyi. And he asked Oyi, what is that? Oyi said it's a reality TV show, it's Face of Images reality TV show. If Ebuka will want to go. Ebuka said yes, that he would love to try. He will give it a try. Oyi said, okay, fine, that they will try and look for money and register so they can qualify and go to Face of Images Housemates reality TV show. So when Ebuka ran home to tell his mom did not believe in him and said, your friend Oyi has started again. Anything Oyi tell you, go to the phone will say, if I see you go that thing, don't say you don't be my son again, just decide to disown you. I don't want to see you for that place. Blah 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 blah. Oyi Ebuka felt bad, came back to Oyi and explained to Oyi what happened. Oyi said, okay, fine, if that's what happened, that it should just be and he should not go. Ebuka said, no, he will try, he will go. He doesn't care what the mother said, he will go. They looked for money and they qualified. They went to the house and then they started partnering and doing their stuff in the house. Their music career, they were pursuing it in their house, and then producers came, they produced for them, and all of a sudden their songs was heard outside. They were hearing their song outside. So Ebuka emerged to be the winner of the show. And promoted his song and Oyi's song. So when they went back, the whole town was calling Ebuka. There was hailing Ebuka. Everyone was dancing. You know Ebuka don't blow. Ebuka don't talk to musician. Ebuka will show. So that was how everything went. The mother now was not crying, was not telling Ebuka that, my son, I'm sorry for everything I did. I'm sorry for not believing in you. I'm sorry that I will never.
With Millie. I hope this is just a 10-scene story. Is this a 10-scene story? Are you very sure?
Yes.
Nice one. Be seated.
Thank you, Isaac.
That was very creative of you.
Thank you, Isaac.
Captain.
Good day, wise one. Good day, housemates. I'm Okeke Victor, Captain. I have a script here. It's about Captain America. Captain America is a village boy. His father is the Uno of the community. Luckily for him, he was able to go to the university and he's one of the graduates in the university. The first graduate in the community. Very brilliant boy too as well. So when he came back to the community after looking for a job, nothing came out. Still struggling, nothing still bust out. Doing different kind of job, nothing come out for the job. He had to start doing some kind of stealing. He started stealing people's fowl, people's goods. He continued doing like that and decreased. So Captain America started smoking, went into drugs, continued with drugs. So one day he was smoking and drinking when he overheard two chiefs talking about sending money to the bank, the king's money to the bank. As he overheard them talking about money, a very huge amount of money. So he decided to kind of attack them and take the money since he has been looking for money all his life. He's very anxious for money. So 7 a.m. the next morning, as they were taking the money to the bank, Captain America attacked them and took the money. A flashback happened. One of the chiefs once met Captain America with that same wear, the same clothes. He was wearing a white and white. Where when he came to take pepper soup in Mama in Miss shop. So at that spot, he flashed back and remembered that same clothes, and he's very familiar with Ibuka's voice, with Captain America's voice. So he was like telling the other chief, "I'm suspecting this is Captain America. That voice sounds like his voice." The other chief said, "You are very stupid." He said, "Hope you did not plan with him to come and take this money." The chief said, "Maybe you are throwing a thief in your house." So they made an argument and both left. They ran to the king palace shouting, "Igwe, Igwe." So when the king came and he was asking what happened, they started by Igwe, the money, the money, the money. Igwe said, "The money I gave to you." They said, "Yes." "What happened to the money?" They said an armed robber attacked them and took the money. So the Igwe called everybody. The day he called everyone, that day one of the chiefs started giving his own idea that the voice sounds like Captain America's voice, and also he has seen Captain America wearing the same kind of clothes when he came to buy pepper soup in YME shop. The king ordered his guys to go call Captain America. Captain America is a very stubborn boy. Normally he tell him, say, if the king wants him, the king should come to his house and pick him and question him for anything.
Yeah.
So they left. They returned the message to the king. The king did not do anything because Captain America is a very strong and stubborn boy. The next plan, the king ordered the police to go arrest Captain America. Captain America was in the house when the police arrived. As they arrived, they told him, "You're going to follow us to the station." Captain America was laughing. What he said, "Men with black cap, no been attacked by the fire. People will chase me come up for school, now men with khaki." Okay. So he walked out, nobody stopped him. The police, they are shocked, they went back. They gave the report, they were able to arrest Captain America. So the king ordered the youth of the community to go arrest Captain America. They went there. As they went there, Captain America went inside, brought a gun and shot one of them. The rest ran away with Japa. So the king was not thinking of what to do. Somebody brought the idea of letting him go get military personnel, soldiers. So when they get the soldiers, they came to Captain America's compound. As they get there, he was trying to escape because that is the people he don't like at all. As he was trying to escape to jump the fence, they shot Captain America and took him to the king palace. Arriving the king palace, he started begging and pleading for forgiveness that he was the one that took the money and all the rest that had been happening. So as they rushed him to the hospital, Captain America died in the hospital. That's it.
Thank you. Very love.
Hi everyone, hi viewers. I'm Berry Dove, one of the housemates of Face of Image reality show. So, my script is about a family, a husband and wife that have been married for 10 years without a child. So, out of impatience, although the wife, they went to the pastor told them to be patient that God will give them a child. So the wife now went to her friend's house for advice. Her friend advised her to go to the river goddess to get a child. They now went to the river goddess blessed her with a female child. So while the time was going, the female child grew up. She was talking to herself, laughing to herself. Some villagers, they noticed it. So the dad was now, okay, the dad's elder brother came telling the dad that he needs a male child that will take over his property when he's late. So the daughter overheard that. She cried to the mother. She cried down to the river to tell the mother goddess. The mother goddess asked her what to do to that elder brother. She said she wants the man dead. So the mother goddess killed the man. So after the burial and everything, the dad was still restless about the last discussion he had with his brother about who will inherit, about the man child. So the dad now went to his friend. They concluded that he's getting married, he's getting a second wife. So he's getting a second wife in the next market days. So when the dad came back, his attitude and everything changed. He doesn't eat. So the wife was worried. She was asking what happened. The man now opened up to the wife that he's planning to get a second wife that will get him a male child. So Ogechi, their daughter, was there. She overheard it. She now ran back to the river goddess to tell her that the father wants to get married to a second wife, and she's not ready to share her family with any stranger. So the river goddess asked her what to do. She said she wants her dad dead. So the river goddess killed the dad. So after everything, after the burial and so on, Ogechi's mom came into the house one day and saw her talking to herself, dancing on her own. She was scared. She now went to the pastor to tell the pastor about it. When she told the pastor was very angry because he wanted them to be patient, that God will give her a child on his own time. So the pastor now told her that her daughter is possessed with a marine spirit, that they need a deliverance, and she had to do a fasting and praying for 10 days before bringing the daughter to the church. So on the 10th day, she brought the daughter to the church. They started the deliverance. The mermaid came out to drag the girl with the pastor. After everything, the pastor won, and Ogechi recovered. She started begging, pleading her to her mom to forgive her, that she's so sorry. That's when the pastor told Ogechi's mom.
Thank you, very love. Grandpa.
Hello everyone, hello housemates, hello wise one. I go by the name Grandpa, and soon give my short summary of my drama. It's not a love drama, it's just a drama, a village drama. You get, people died in it though, so let's try to do it to get. So once upon a time in a beautiful kingdom of Ibuzo, there lived a king, a very wicked king. He took advantage of the community, did anything he liked. He moved around without the fear of the gods striking him down one day. You get, so on this fateful day, on this beautiful morning, with the birds chirping in the air, the sun shining beautiful behind the clouds, then the chief priest started running down to the palace, shouting the king's name, Igwe, 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 Igwe. The king was like, eyes of the gods, what brings you here this early morning? Why are you shouting my name this beautiful morning? Hope all is well. And the chief priest said, Igwe, all is not well. The gods are angry at you. Amend your ways before it's too late, because you are taking advantage of the community and doing whatever you like. You get. Then later the king summoned his elders, and they had a meeting. So he was like, okay, my elders, it's been like 5 years since after my wife died, the queen, and she left me no heir, left me no child, either a boy or girl. Then they now started making suggestions. One of the elders said, Igwe, you can go to other villages to bring in maidens for you so you could select. Since the ones in the community, we brought all of them and you don't want any of them. Then he said, okay, not bad. Then another one, that's the coconut head, now said, Igwe, have you forgotten that Maji Okeke's wife? Maji Okeke, now that's your blind warrior. that is why, very beautiful girl. Oh. You know, now Mazi Okeke is blind. He cannot do anything with her because he's blind. Then don't thought of it that, this is nice. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. You understand? So, few moments later, one of the elders went to another community to get 2 beautiful maidens for the king. Soft, nice, and so fresh. So one of them is Sarafina, and the other is Z. You get 2 beautiful ladies. You get. So he took them to the king. The king was so happy that he has gotten 2 beautiful ladies. You get at all. One will give him an heir to the throne. You understand? So few moments later, after the old then the king was now so angry that he called the elder that brought in those maidens from the other community and said, the king was like angry. Mazi Okafor, you didn't tell me this, Mazi was like, Igwe, what is it to? You're like, the ladies you brought for me, one of them is not fertile. The other one gave birth to a premature baby girl. And you know the king is a very wicked man now. So as you're still dragging, they're still arguing. He now called the guards. Guards! Come here. Before he even said Jack, he brought out the sword from one of the guards and killed the 2 ladies. Killed them and macheted them and buried them in the riverside. So with time, as the day goes by and everything, then he now decided he had a meeting with his elders. Then one of them said, okay, Igwe, since we have run out of options, let's call Mazi Okeke's wife. You get. And lo and behold, she was passing behind the palace, going gradually. Then he now called her. She now said, Igwe, may your days be long. And she left. Then he go like, who is this beautiful damsel? Then the Amebo elder said, that is Mazi Okeke's wife. Oh. She's very beautiful. Look at her wear. Then he go like, I want that woman. At all costs, I must have her. Then I finish the meeting. Finish the meeting. Then, few moments later, the eyes of the gods appeared to Mazi Okeke and his wife. Because Mazi Okeke was a very good man. Even though he lost his sight when he was at his farmland, due to the storm that happened. He lost his sight. But the gods were with him, guided him, protected him from every evil and all. So, and the wife was, they just married and all. So the chief priest came around and told him that, okay, Mazi Okeke, your wife is going to put to bed a very beautiful bouncing baby boy. Then they were happy, celebrating and all. Then later on, the king sent his guards to Mazi Okeke's place to bring Mazi Okeke to his palace. On getting to his palace, he told Mazi Okeke, I want something from your yard. You're like, what do you want? Anything you want, I will give you, my king. And I said, Mazi Okeke, I want your wife. He said, no, Igwe, no, you can't. I can't give you my wife. She's pregnant for me, I can't. He said, shut up. So the guards locked him up behind the cell. I told him, you're going to die in that prison. The suspense became tough. He now sent his guard to get Mazi Okeke's wife. On bringing her there, he told her, she greeted him as a good woman she is. Igwe, how you doing? Your days been long, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that her husband is behind cell. Then, he now told her, Ngozi, henceforth, you are going to be my wife. She shouted, Tufiakwa! No, Igwe, it can't happen. I'm currently pregnant for my wife, for my husband, and how can I marry you? And I said, I don't care. This child, you abort it, and I'll put my own inside. You're like, Before she said, you knew it, the one of the housewives, midwives, have appeared with some cutlery and everything to abort the baby. So in the process of the whole sterilization, the chief priest appeared and told him, Igwe, I warned you. He killed him, and that was the end of the Igwe's part. Then later on, the chief priest freed Mazi Okeke and his wife. took them back home and all. Then later on, he called Mazi Okeke. He knelt him down. You know he's blind, so made some incantations. He spat on the floor, rub it, then touched the eyes of Mazi Okeke, then blew air to it, and he regained his sight. Then, before the chief priest left, he now told him, I have another good news for you. Your son is going to be the heir to the kingdom.
Thank you. Grandpa.
Rise on.
Omo Ola.
Good day, housemates. Good day, viewers. Good day, wise one. Yes, I want to summarize my script. The title of my script is Widow Covenant. So, there was a woman. This woman, she's pregnant, and her husband is going for a journey, travel trip. When her husband reached where he's going, and the next day, okay. The title of my script is Widow Covenant. There was a woman, she's pregnant, and her husband is going for a travel trip. So, when the man reached where he's going, then the next day, the woman was not feeling well. Then the neighbor came to her sister. Madam, what is going on? What happened? What is it? She was like, please assist me to the hospital. When she reached the hospital, she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Wow. Then it was like, doctor, please help me with my phone. I want to reach my husband. So they give her phone. She called her husband. Hello, honey. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? I'm good. Where are you? I'm at the hospital. What happened? I gave birth to a baby boy. So the joy, the man was, how come? You don't tell me you're going to, I know you know, blah, 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 blah. So that's good. That pattern. So, okay. The next day, call, honey, when are you coming home? We have to prepare for the child education. So the man said, I'm coming home first thing tomorrow morning. So, on his way coming back, he had an accident and he died instantly. His wife was calling and calling, no one to pick, no response. Then, luckily, the road safety officer came to that point. Then they saw the phone, then they carried the phone, pick up. Hello, madam, hello, what happened? Why are you not picking my call? They said, madam, calm down. The owner of this phone has died. The other has died. The woman was crying, that part go. Now, the next day, she was in her parlor crying with her in-laws, family members. They were telling her, stop crying, stop this. So they were giving her confidence, supporting her. Now, the next day, the husband-in-law and his friend, the wife-in-law and the husband friend came to the house and said, madam, you have to leave this house now. We want to take this property. We want to be in charge because you purposely kill your husband by yourself. She said, no, this cannot happen. No one can send me away from my husband's house. This is my property. I have the right. I've given it to me. I've given a son. No one can shield me out from my husband's house. So they dragged her out. They threw her bag outside. They gave me son. So she was crying, leaving the compound. Then she turned back and said to them,
she make a covenant that as you people send me out of this mansion today, in the next 20 years, you guys will come back and beg for help. Which you will meet me where I will be the king. Then be the slave. So after 20 years, she goes through a lot, frustration, a lot. After 20 years, his son has graduated from university and he has a good job. So they were living fine. Now, the husband friend, which is the weakest soul, meet the boy on his way going home. So this man has no, this man is stranded and he needs help. So the boy park and man, what happened? The man explained to him. So he helped the man. He carried the man to his own house. When the woman asked, this one is because of this useless man that plan with my husband-in-law, with my husband-in-law that sent me out from our house, and they take the property from us. This man
Thank you. Z. You're clapping your hands when you're not asked to clap your hands. Over to you. Let's hear you.
Hello, wise one. Hello, housemates. Hello, viewers. Hello, house commander. My name is Z, and I'm here to give the synopsis of my story. And the title of my story is My Loss. Okay, so there are two people, a male and a female. They just got married. Let me just say there's a couple. They just got married. So on their wedding night, the bride, her name is Susan, and the husband's name is John. So she was telling her husband that she had the best wedding anyone could ever imagine to have. And she's really grateful to him for giving her that kind of a grand wedding. And she was even thanking him for the previous things he has been doing for her. There's love between them. They love themselves so much. He loves her a lot. She loves him a lot. So they went for honeymoon. They live in Anambra. And they came to Lagos for honeymoon. They took a service apartment in Lekki. They were there. Then John told Susan that they are going to have guests. His friends are coming over. Since they couldn't come all the way to Anambra for the wedding, they are coming to visit them. So they came, they all chatted, they talked. They talked. Okay, yeah, they talked. So they left. After they left, Susan was telling John that his friends are nice, except one of them. Excuse me. Except one of them, who is Femi. Because Femi was actually there talking about ladies with curves and big asses in Lagos when Susan was there. I mean when John's wife was there. So she told John that she doesn't like Femi and he should stay away from Femi. Femi is not a good friend. He shouldn't be hanging out with Femi. So John was like, she should calm down. It's not a big deal. They are just friends. That's the way guys talk. Besides, it doesn't mean he has to do those stuffs he was saying. So they left. They were there together, having their honeymoon, having good time together. So John started going out, hanging out with friends and meeting people while he left Susan in the house. And then she was feeling bad that it's supposed to be their honeymoon, but John is always going out, coming back late, always saying the traffic. And then she was getting worried, thinking John is cheating on her or meeting other women outside. So she confronted John And John was like, he's not doing such thing, he cannot do such thing, he loves his wife so much, and she should put her mind at rest, that nothing is going to come in between them. Actually, the reason why John was always going out is because he had a project coming up. We are going to know the project later on. So, Susan was always nagging and complaining that John should stay in the house. It's their honeymoon. They're supposed to be going out. Moreover, he promised that it's going to be her best experience. But no, it wasn't available for her. On a fateful day, he said he was going out to meet his lawyer that came from Anambra. He wanted to use the opportunity to meet him. And she said, "You're not going to go. You have to stay in the house." She was trying to cause trouble. You know how we females are.
He should have told his wife about it.
So, during the process, they were arguing. When they were arguing, he was like, should he stay or should he go? Should he stay? But he still had to go. The reason why John was always going out was because his wife's birthday was fast approaching and he wanted to surprise her. But you know we women, you know they get patience. So he was there and he was just like, I don't want to tell her because it's going to be a surprise. So he left the house that day, went to meet the lawyer, and he came back. It was remaining the last day for him to complete the project. Actually, he was building a house for his wife. He wanted to surprise her as her birthday gift. He wanted to give it to her as her birthday gift. So he was going out and they started fighting again. She was like, "You're not going to go. You're going to meet those girls with curves. You're going to leave me here. It's supposed to be our honeymoon. But yet, you leave me in the house and you go out." So he insisted he's going to go because it was actually the last day and he had to go to complete it so he can actually surprise her. So he was trying to collect the key of the door from her because she locked the door. And when they were dragging, in the process when they were dragging for the key, John slumped, he hit his head on the corner of the shelf and started bleeding. Susan was devastated, she was crying, she was shaking, apologizing, saying stuff like, "Had I known, I should have just left you to go. I'm sorry, you know I love you. It wasn't intentional."
Thank you, TDH.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Wise One. Good evening, Commandant. Good evening, viewers. My name is TDH. My script is a tragedy, and the title of the script is Mercy. So, Mercy is a beautiful, young, intelligent girl with bright future, and she just gained admission into a university. She's studying medicine. So my story starts like this. She woke up one morning and told her parents, "Dad, Mom, it's time for me to go to school. This, and that." And then her parents wished her well and said, "I know you make us proud. We've always known you make us proud." And then she left for school. So Mercy has this very good friend of hers. They're in the same department and they're also roommates. So on this fateful day, they were coming back home from school and they're just having to talk about the school environment and all of it. The school not having good roads, good electricity. There is no electricity in the school. Nothing good about the school. It's just like a typical village where you go see schools. You know, schools these days are just like in the village where there is no modernization at all. So that is at that scene. That is what happened. So the following day, Mercy called her mom. I was like, "Mom, how are you?" Mom was like, "Yeah, how are you doing?" She was like, "School is fine, but I'm finding difficulties coping in this village that I find myself. There is no way for me to charge my phone. I find it difficult charging my phone battery at all times." And then that was it. So Mercy and Joy went to charge their phone at their neighbor's house who has a gen. Obi, and Obi tried making advances on the both of them, but they refused, and then didn't reciprocate it, and they left Obi's room. So one day, the results came out for the exam that they sat back in school. It came out that they both passed, and they were so excited. Their phone battery was down, and they needed to call their parents. So Joy suggested that they go charge their phone, and then they had no other options but to go to like a bar where you see spaces for you to charge your phone. And after charging their phones, they were heading back home in the dark because it was in the evening. They had like literally no times for schools and all of that. So when they were heading back home, an armed robber, like Curtis, came. It was a single-armed man. He came with a machete, no, a knife, and then a knife, and then he asked for Joy's phone. Joy gave her his phone. He was asking Mercy for her phone. She was being so reluctant about it and refusing to give him her phone. So he stabbed her on her chest, her heart side, and then she died in the process. So as she died, he took her phone and ran. And then Joy was like, oh, mom, your daughter has died. And then on the day that Mercy was buried, the mother made a curse, and it was like traditional rite, and then she had the broom and all of it in her burial, and she was like, yeah, the person that killed my daughter would die at that same spot in 2 weeks from now.
Thank you. Don't judge. Over to you. Hello, housemates. Silence, please.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, housemates. Good evening, wise one. My name is Don George, one of the contestants of Face of Images Housemates Season 5, the game of chess. I'm here to give you the synopsis of my story. Actually, my story go about a guy and a lady, Dottish. That is the only son of a grandpa. The only son of a grandpa, a pastor to be precise. The grandpa is a pastor to be precise. That happened to be in 300 level in a university. And on the matriculation day on the matric day of a lady called Sarah, he met Sarah that day and talked to Sarah. He was Sarah on that day, and Sarah accepted. And from there, they started their relationship. But along the line, Sarah noticed that Dutch is always full of life, talking about Christianity, talking about Bible, being lively, and being holy. So because of that, he really loved the guy and showed him love and care for him. Not knowing is one of the Don contests, one of the head of the cartel in the school. So without knowing also that Dottish is the one that killed his elder brother, our elder brother, and also Dottish is the one, the grandpa did not know Dottish is the one that killed his parents also. So that's how the story is all about. But the secret behind the story is that everything about Dutchess was known at the end of the whole story. All the whole thing he had done in the hidden. But in the school everywhere, everybody take him to be the most holiest person on earth. Thank you. And God bless.
Hello, housemates. That is how to pitch a story. Short and simple. But he made his point. Not coming to tell me your story as if we are watching you on screen. Dottish. Dottish. I hope you have not told Don George your true life story. Because Serafina is about to find out.
Anyways, Serafina is my sister. And you're the elder brother. Synopsis.
Hi, wise one. Hi, commander. Hi, my fellow housemates. Just want to like summarize and then synopsis of my story. So, it's a drama, and the title of my story is mystery rather. So, on this fateful day, at the burial party of late Mrs. Showo, which happens to be mom, Shinobola's mom, burial party. So Moby came to the party as a surprise guest, and because both of them are both of them are classmates in the college, and Bola was surprised to see Moby, and so Shinobola was able to introduce Moby to our family and friends and all. Then fast forward to the next day, then they met at the college, so they were just gisting about what happened at the party yesterday, and Shinobola was amazed by Moby's visit. Then they talked about their forthcoming exam, and that passed by. Then 3 days later, Moby went to Shinobola's house, their family house, to just pay a visit, and it was so obvious that Shinobola's family didn't really like Moby because of he's coming from a poor background, and it's so obvious that there's something fishy about Moby, and but because Shinobola was so much in love, she could not really get to ask her family, Precious, Jane, and Femi, about their reasons why they don't really like or welcome Moby. And 2 weeks later as well, they went on their first date as boyfriend and girlfriend, and which was so amazing. And all bill was being paid by Shinobola because Moby was not really bust up. He's from a poor background. Then 2 months later, Shinobola tried calling Moby's phone several times. Text messages. Moby did not even he didn't reply her or like pick up the calls, and Bola got worried, so she drove about 22 kilometers to Moby's apartment. So
Thank you.
To Moby.
Thank you.
That's right.
Movie.
Hi everyone, how is one? My name is Mubi and I'm here to summarize short drama movie, and my name is Patient and Good Luck. It was about 2 friends who went to university, they finished at the university in a village, and they're searching for a job all over the village, no job, so they talk to each other and they need to go to the city to look for a job. They don't know anyone in the city actually, so they just went to the city, and when they got to the city, they are hawking, trying to survive every day. So Ebuka is the first friend and Uche is the second friend. So Ebuka is very patient, he's a very patient person, but Uche is not patient. So Uche is not happy with the hawking because he feel like he wants to build house and he wants to drive car. Wants to live a big life, and Ebuka is very patient. And Ebuka keep on telling Uche that you just need to calm down, let's keep on doing this till you get a good job. So Ebuka didn't listen actually. No, Uche didn't listen actually. Uche kept on looking for big money. He's not doing his normal job he's meant to do. But Ebuka kept on talking as usual. So there was a day Uche left Ebuka and was roaming about the street, saw some bad gang, and he engaged with them, started smoking, started doing all sorts of things. So he told the bad gang to put him through what they are doing, and later on, Uche later found out they are stealing. So he willingly joined them stealing, but Ebuka found out his friend is already stealing, and talked to his friend that he needs to calm down, this is not the right thing to do. So there was a day Ebuka went out, keep on hawking, and he faithfully met a rich man and talk to the rich man. He submit his CV to the rich man, and he's calm, still working. And Uche came back home drunk, all sort of rubbish, and Ebuka talked to him. He's not listening to him actually. Then the next day, Uche went out for an operation, and Ebuka went out to hawk. Ebuka got a call from the rich man to come to his office that he loves his CV and he wants him to work for him. So finally Ebuka got a job. Uche.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
P.
Good day, viewers. Good day, wise one. Good day, house commander. I'm here to tell you about my short story. Actually, the title of the story is A Wicked Sister. A Wicked Sister was written by P. The cast, we have Mr. TDH, Miss Pretty J TDH. We have the two daughter and a son, which is Shinobola, Miss Mill, and also we have Okwei. So actually, Shinobola saw a post on her Instagram page about a show which is Face of Images Housemates season 5. So she planned for the show and she went for the show. She went for the show, and after getting to the show, she find love. She find love, and the name of her boyfriend is Mubarak. So after everything, after the show, to cut the story short, after the show they got married and they live a happy life. So the elder sister, which is Okwei, was very angry to Shinyobola that am I not beauty? Am I not beautiful? See my sister Shinyobola, she got married before me. No, I can't accept this. I can't do this. I can't do that. So our family, our parents, which is Mr. TDH and Mrs. Pretty J TDH, so they actually say, don't worry, you will find your own husband. This, that, this. This girl did not understand. Did not understand what they are saying. Did not listen to them. So she went ahead to meet Mubarak. That she seduced this guy until this guy finally accepts to be her girlfriend. So later on, Mubarak Okwei pregnant. Mubarak Okwei got pregnant for Mubarak. So they did the marriage. After they traveled out and did marriage, all that, and after some years, Shinyobola find out, and she was rushed to the hospital. So that is
Thank you.
Thank you.
So all this is happening in my nose. Movie. So you're flirting with the queen. Shinyabola, over to you.
Good evening, my son. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, fellow housemates. My name is Shiobola, and I'm one of the housemates of Face of Images TV reality show season 5. So, the synopsis of my drama. Leave me alone. So, it's about Femi and Aramide. Femi, okay, that is actually Lover Boy. Femi and Aramide. Aramide is this stubborn, troublesome, not too much of a lover girl kind of person, hardworking, all these boss lady kind of vibes. And there is Femi, who is a direct opposite of Aramide. Is more of a Malian kind of person. So even with that fact, Aramide makes trouble. She's not really calm and all of that. But she met with Femi. They didn't really get on a good note at first. They didn't like each other and all of that. But as time went on, they liked each other. They fell in love. Femi was there to calm her down, to tell her to do this, to tell her not to do that. And she was also there to lift Femi's spirit and all of that. Fell in love. She became the lover girl kind of person, blah 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 and all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sheila, what did you see?
Some breast bola.
Shiabola.
This one.
It's called synopsis.
Synopsis.
Good.
Synopsis. Synopsis. Synopsis.
Orator, stop writing. Over to you.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, fans. I go by the name Sarabi Godwin, also known as Orator. I'm here to give a summary of my story. Let's start this way. The life of a young boy, kind-hearted, lovely, nice, intelligent, and smart. So along the line, he got admitted and met a friend. They became best of friends though, but he loved going to school, but the friend he got don't like school that much. So to add everything up, they went out for a drink, and the friend got something to his drink, so he took him home, fell down, and the friend of the guy called his other friend, and they came home with a man, and immediately the man saw him. The man exclaimed, I was like, the man was shocked. Like, where do you get this guy from? So that is where the story starts from. Like, the guy was like, Baba, I don't understand what you're saying. This is my friend. We met here in school and that. But the man was like, no, this man, I can't do anything on this guy because this guy is something. This guy is this guy has done this guy has done that. So that's what happened. That's the story.
Orator. Orator. All your write-up was just this.
No, I just summarized it for long.
Good. Serafina.
Good evening, wise one. Good evening, commander. Good evening, my fellow housemates. I'm here to give a synopsis, a speech about my story. So the script goes like this. There's a lady, a young beautiful lady. Her name is Adoni, and there's a guy named Dotun. Adoni is actually a beautiful girl trying to gain admission into the higher institution of which God granted her what she has always wanted.
So she gained admission into the higher institution, and she told her boyfriend Dotun about it, and Dotun was happy for her, and they were both happy. So on the day of her matriculation, Dotun was there for her and other of her family members and few friends. They were all there together for the matriculation. After the matriculation, she was in school. She's very lovely and all vibing. She's a very nice person in school. She always attend lectures at the time she's meant to attend lectures. So as time goes on, like we just noticed Dunisa's Aduni's attitude, not even attitude, everything about Adunis changed. Like Aduni will come to school, she'll be like, oh, my boyfriend did this, my boyfriend did that, always making her friends feel jealous about her. Like, my boyfriend showered me with this gift today, did this tomorrow, not knowing to her who her boyfriend truly is or was. So on this fateful day, Adunia has always been anticipating on, oh, her boyfriend is going to get married to her soon. Then her boyfriend gave her a surprise birthday party, like massive birthday batch. It was fun. All our friends were all jealous that, is it only you? They'll buy you this, they'll buy you that. Are you the only one? What's going on? Okay, show us the way. Now, Juni was like, no, there's nothing about showing us the way. It is just my boyfriend and I. Our family member knows Dotun too well. Our close friend knows Dotun too well. But they never knew what Dotun was into. So, this is where I'm going to end this story for now. You'll find out more. Synopsis. You'll find out more about it in the future. Thank you, wise one.
The boy don't use Adoni pint to do men.
Serafina, are you sure Dotun is not Dottish? Hello, housemates. Mimi Gold.
Excuse me, wise one. Sorry, Mimi Gold. Wise one, the name of my storyline is The Overcomer.
Mimi Gold, over to you.
Okay, wise one. Good morning, wise one. Good morning, Commander. My story is housewife. Then the summary go like this. There's a young lady, like a fresh graduate. She has a love story already. After her NYC service, she's bringing a man home to show her father, but the father rejected it. That after all his stress on her, that she cannot marry from a very poor background, that he has somebody that is coming to pay a bride price next month. So the girl was so angry. The mother tried to persuade the father, but the father gave them no listening ears. So finally, she got married to this guy, a very rich guy for that matter, and they moved to the city to stay. So, few months after their wedding, Chioma picks up her documents, her CV, dress up this lovely morning, and the husband was like, wow, baby, you look nice today. Are you going to shop or something? But the lady was like, no, I'm going to get a job. So the man was like, what? Tell me the things you need in this house that I've not been doing, that you need a job. As my wife, you can't work. She was so disappointed. She got broke down. She wept. She called her father. The father has no say to it, but she have to live like that. So each time the husband returned from work, when Chioma is sleeping or pressing her phone, the man gets annoyed that why are you so useless in this house that the only thing you have to do is to press your phone or sleep. And she was like, I've done everything I'm supposed to do in the house. What do you expect me to do? Is it that I play with my phone, watch films, or sleep? But the man keeps getting on her nerves every now and then. So there was this lovely day. The fear of the husband coming home to meet her sleeping. She had to leave her choices towards the time the husband is going to return from work. So when she noticed that he's coming soon, she started doing one or two things. And she was so weak and tired. So when the man asked for his food, he gave him his food as rice. And the guy did not like rice. So it was like, what is the meaning of this?
Thank you.
Yes.
Amma.
Amarula. Amaba.
Don't mind them. It's not money. Good evening, wise one. Good evening, commander.
It's good morning.
Okay, wait. Good morning, wise one. Good morning, commander. Good morning, my fellow housemates.
Namaste.
I'm here to give a synopsis of my story, The Throne. In the kingdom of Umweze, there was a king named King Mubi and a queen, Queen Shinobola. They've been married for years without a child. They've been praying to the gods, but the gods have been silent. So the king's friend, Dotish, advised the king to take another wife, Sarafina. The king had been patient for some time, so he had no choice but to take Sarafina and drive Shinobola out of the palace. So after a year, Sarafina was pregnant. They rejoiced. But years later, they found out that the child was not the king's child, but Dotti's child. And when the king sent Shinobola away, she was pregnant. Thank you.
Hello, housemate. Over to the queen.
Good morning, wise one. Good morning, house commander. Good morning, my subjects. The title of my script is Dilemma of Victoria. My script is all about hardship, pain, and an abusive marriage. Let me start summarizing it now. This story is about a young, beautiful, and brave woman. No, it's not woman yet, a lady. She hawks with her mom in Kaduna State. They are not so wealthy and stuff. So her mom came back home one evening from hawking, and then Victoria was told that she's getting married. She was only 15 years old. She didn't know what it means to like go into marriage and all, but then she was forced to by her parents. So she went into the marriage. The first 2 to 4 years was a beautiful memory for her. Her husband almost loved her, cared for her and all. She had two girls at first, and then he became abusive. He started beating her, hitting her, cursing and all. She endured all those things and stuff till her sixth child. When she had her sixth child, she couldn't bear all those abuse anymore, and then she decided to retaliate. And when she had her seventh child, her daughter, her mom came to visit. And then he became abusive again. He was hitting her, and her mom was like, "Why would you do that? Stop hitting my child," and all. And then he pushed her mom on a burning stove, and stuffs like that happened. And then she decided to leave the marriage, and that is how things now.
Wonderful, my queen. Wonderful.
Hello, housemates. We will continue our pitching tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Enjoy your sleep.
Come, this one a script one I forget. In case if your script is being chosen now, you try to get.
Now this guy just
Tell me to shift. Let's take your clothes. I don't play that kind of play. Sorry. You just push me. What if I fall and injure myself? Then let me play. Don't like this. Let's take. Okay. Otherwise, it's not the playing rubbish play like that. I don't like them. I dey best very small. I don't test.
Empty this thing, put it inside. Stop putting these things around. It doesn't make sense now.
Break my leg now, but I say no.
I'm another match that bed now.
Maybe you're going to match my blanket.
This name now they talk. Open and make see how I fashion.
Yeah, you all know is the destiny of the great music empire. Rest of the show, those of the young boys.
Leave it. I don't regret it. No, don't do it. I don't do that side. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander.
It has come to our notice that some of the
Let me check that this black top. What's wrong with you?
So yeah, I'm not the brother. You go away, Joe, without your small hand. Can you leave me? I'm not you.
Stop. Really don't leave her. Don't leave her. Come here, I don't like her. I just spoil me. No one, come around, girl. Now they spoil me, I beg me, I go be true.
Nobody help me, my pilot. Are you iron something? Get out, Joe.
David, I be killing Buluko.
With me.
Don't be stupid, though. I've been watching you. That is a serious. When you David, I be killing you.
Where they carry a book?
Yeah, I found it. May I go start making
You were supposed to eat.
Okay, it's better than it home. Before this, you eat your friend come back. Are you sick?
no, they want me like that.
Show me your bed.
If you see my bed, though.
Only as this opportunity. Only.
Don't like to talk that bed, though. Open this guy. Don't come from here. If you see my bed, though. Tell him, say. Step out of milk, sound. Drama pizza. I think I will help you complete that.
This is not rooms. We should leave her. We should leave her. We should leave her. We should leave her. Do you need milk? Do you need milk and chocolate? And diva?
Come. You want to disrespect my sister? What should I do to you?
Why are you asking about my friend should do?
What should I do to you?
Why are you asking about my friend should do? Why are you asking about my friend should do?
It's a little bit crooked tonight. You can go and talk to her.
She get children.
Now will be 50K. I'll be 49.
Hey. Wouldn't that be stressful? Is it by flight? Okay, you stay in the village. It's better. It's better. I pray that you go through the eviction. If she's go through the eviction, she will come back on Monday.
Okay, with our vote.
Yes.
Okay, if you survive eviction.
Yes. No, she will stay around Lagos. Yes. She's skate through. Skate through. Because of your children, skate through. You know if you can't suffer this suffer finish, can't go like that. Yeah. Mishi. You are strong, you are brave. Okay, see okay with the shake yesterday, and she can't sit beside bed. They thank God. There is nothing. That's why. That's why. Yes, it's not sick like that. It's not Movie.
Ah, you just gonna get it back. Don't give it back. I'll put it back for you because of the thing. Ah, that's one of you. No, good to hear no shele. Na anga issue cause.
Tafina, how was your dinner?
How's my dinner? My dinner, my day went well. What's
The
happened?
meal, the care,
Alright, talk within your mind. Don't beat around the bush.
You know, say me, I didn't go straight. I just want to know people.
I'm okay.
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, they see me say twice.
Thank God to let you purge.
I don't take purge. What if you don't know, guys? Come sit down here.
My business. No.
I don't need rice with you. I don't need rice with you. Chop rice. I will chop rice. Wait, now, man.
You get two boyfriends, two of them. People say they go help. See, you get two boyfriends. Ordinary rights go send them go help.
Can I tell you this issue? How else they do? No,
talk about me, want your friends.
Don't talk about me too.
Yeah.
People should not pour sissy everywhere. I wash my hair like that. Perfect. Or use my body wash.
What is in my phone now?
Sleep no comment. How long go on? Why did be 12 hours like in? Oh, this time the best one. Got 24/7.
Come here, Bali.
Why 5,000?
Come here, Bali, man. Come here, Bali. Come here,
She
Bali.
me by right in the right.
Hey, this you can.
Grandpa, what are you looking? Why did they stay at my sister like that?
You don't know to where it is.
I came here to see how Africa is looking like. Africa.
Hello.
Sarah. Sarah. Diamond.
I don't know how they go now. Rumona no comment today.
What's happening now?
Mona they go.
Mbayesia. Baria bari.
Wow. When they want water, they borrow. Like a red card. Huh? You must pay attention. Come.
Does she drink on Friday? She drank.
But must be a lot of money. She said, did you drink on Friday? I'm not too sure. What would I say? I know you'll tell you anything. No. Come. 10 votes tomorrow. Thank you. 10 votes is 1K now. Tomorrow. 20 votes.
If you slap me, Abi.
I've been slapping him now.
Oh, yeah, slap me. Who got 1 million votes for people?
I don't slap him.
Nobody live in Liverpool.
Don't judge. Only Thursday, ma'am.
Make them give you 1 million to do this vote.
Now my brother, if I drown, 100 votes. I know this slap.
You slap me here. No amount of money where you get that disqualification. They go disqualify you.
My dick, sorry.
Your dick, they wait.
Alright.
Say make you slap me. How many votes? 20 votes. How many votes you want to give me? 5 votes? No, I know they give you. Say slap me. Okay, I'll do and wait at the come.
16 times. We are working on by 7.
From the back.
Okay, you need this. We are working on by 7. For inter. See like rabbit. PP.
TJ, you know they tire for food.
I don't chop that food.
Who can't chop on?
Who can rubbish with that? You think they deserve
you rule us again and again. No say man.
See, we give it to
No, that can pass out.
This man na food.
See this way go carry. See my own, this said. My own are this said cooking. I didn't carry too much. See, don't go inside there. Tortoise, give me some of that level now. Tortoise. So that is kind of now. Something big. Give me this and that. Don't they talk that here?
I feel like you get that.
You leave this bag, mother. You come and know something. Please leave the queen's room. Nobody in here.
One silver. One silver. Why give up for you? Why give up where you go there? Why give up where you go there? Give me one silver. This room is so boring.
Rafina, do you have razor blade?
Now pepper now, don't forget.
I follow you talk, like face you, see anything. Go it beat like someone that has been stabbed 15 years.
Thank you, I'll go set up.
It's a lie. You don't No, you're your own. You give them fuck like that big.
Give me that.
Give us them.
Sorry. If you go back as now, you go see this guy thing they do. Type 1.
I'm proud to take out the forward to them. I'm proud.
This is study.
No, man, not this study.
History, man.
Even I go pick and self, I go tie and rinse of water wash up. Face of images, only be 30 days, man, beg.
Now because I don't get choice, you see those things where they carry from. They're like no be us do I don't do the others no dey come. You know no self. It's not the one that's talking now. What is there?
Now, mouth. Now, mouth. Now, mouth.
Good.
Really? Now you want to start now.
You after your presentation, I love you.
I need to marry your sister.
I know so I cannot marry her, but at least I can take don't make it so.
Shut your mouth, man. Small girl, you don't know it.
I'm a small girl. Because I'm acting like this, I'm a small girl.
No, you think that is a video. I don't see the super they say you never give us any of us. That's a good yes.
But I'm a small boy now. You cannot date small boy. Eh? Wait, see. You want to know my age? Don't worry. But honestly, if you don't have money, if you don't have a car, then sorry. And you don't have this thing upstairs. But you know, you see now.
Make I cover you, I really need it.
She might be feeling it too. Wheezy, the next 30 minutes max, I want you out of here.
What about it?
30 minutes.
It's too much.
Bye bye. Follow me.
Where you guys seeing biscuits now?
You know, see the chop biscuit.
Where you guys seeing
They
biscuits?
chop biscuit like they open the trap.
Where's the rest? I'm hungry.
Do anything what you do. What did you say? What did you say when I married?
You're lazy machine.
Me, lazy. You dey chop biscuit like all those African people.
That is whether to I can from videos. Give me.
When now for
Give me. I make I come. Give me.
Shout.
They calm down.
Even I shout, you won't shout.
Ex-convict.
No. Now shout, you won't shout. Shout, make everybody know. Make it finish.
Give.
Nah, this one now.
Wait, you don't put it for me. Wait, you don't put it for me now.
Amen.
Yeah. You know the food mouth.
It's my brother.
Me now see. You and Dutchess. Maybe now.
Ebuka.
Yeah, who's looking for me?
Mama is coming.
I want the person she must talk to. She must talk to.
The only thing I can.
Unless
unless there are rituals.
But the only thing I can tell you, are you okay? That you should send that.
It's on the high side. They are not ready.
Wait, you know this thing will make my queen, don't worry, I'll do anything for you. My queen, they are not having a healthy way my name. No, them they need to you allow them. Oh, you know that day she came to them. No, that's not her. They are allowed to stay home. Because there are some bodies that you know that are not
I don't know where this I don't know where this grandma is. Grandpa is sick. Grandpa.
You know, I swear.
They don't go to you. She's the old. She's not the old. Let me say
Never say you go meet somebody like
before you run, they know the best, because most of them don't know the old because of my price thing.
That thing she did that.
Explain to me.
That day wise up and he's taking because she has other people. No, me, what my face is actually that's why we have pointed even if she's back. And I don't say it, I don't want to. When they continue to when they call all of we one inside. Short, that's the one. As if they don't run like the way they are doing
Wait, if you marry your kid and actually go get old, then you should jump on that.
Pretty J. Pretty J.
Sunshine, my cup. And my spoon. Yes.
No be there, come on,
I'm talking about my spoon and my cup. It's so nice. No, if I go hide out inside my bag, now I'll be like some person won't carry cup they go out. Perfume I no see, cup and spoon I no see.
They wreck you that. So
okay. I'm not going to eat that.
I'm to drink tea, I can't fucking find it. It's not cool.
They don't start to
carry a cup and a spoon, blue for. Some people say that all these what's it called? It's a sense of entitlement.
Disorganized my business scattered like many people who accept my iPhone. They don't collect everything. The day I gave my product, she don't give my phone. I know they see her. I even told her to be collecting her life. Some people go there say they don't sell money. Now you come. Me after this one, you know, this particular one I had to come even my email. Many people are not picking my calls. This one say his wife just gave birth to me. This one say my husband gave me. You want them to say na such a one. Maybe even my manager put for you once. I no go put again. Some people thought even all my neighbors in the house that gave me almost many of my WhatsApp contacts are very important.
Who be?
Even many of my WhatsApp I was even I left this WhatsApp group which I was not supposed to. Many of my WhatsApp members are very close to me.
that take care of me. Now if I call them, they will just ask me who is grandpa. If I call them, that they ask me who is. If I call this one, this one will say I'm right.
You will take out that so much time you try.
Grandpa, don't scatter that bed. Don't scatter that bed. Go to your fiance, please. That toilet be dirty. That girl try.
They took it downstairs. Nobody even knew who took it downstairs. Don't worry, I'm not asking for cup and spoon again. When I don't go Colobina cup and spoon, when I go there for some text. This is for you.
I beg for food. You know how much I spent on that their food that entered the
Don't suffer.
And the good subject. You could just come there.
My one of my person is it that you know
what have you, which music are you going to shoot?
Which money? How much you give me?
Yes. At least we are winning something to entice people to go to you. All of them feel have one and the good thing is they would have been doing it everyone with 6 people. Everyone with 6 people is better. Yes, I would have been better. You understand? Everyone will. My sister, what is grandpa doing in your bed? There I am. Sweetie back there. I don't know that I made massage you now, grandpa. Sweetie back has a very soft hand. Oh, Jesus. See how the person picking hands so.
Everybody just asked me today what is wrong. What is wrong?
Even me, I'm down.
My head, my sense, they far like
I'm taking it.
You didn't think about the food you want to yes, not make it like that. Yes,
Me, I was thinking every week 6 people will go by 3 weeks. 12 people. By 3 weeks, 12 of 15 people will go. Then the remaining 15 people. I thought that.
Apart from that, I thought after every tax like this, people getting money. Every tax like that.
Because when you go small, I can come with and food. This house, you go by
and at December,
if you go out, I can't say,
all your friends will look up to say, this person, you go look. So which money you go use for? Wait, if you go out.
Oh, my baby, don't become celebrity. Baby, everybody now don't say.
Okay.
But they walk out from my compound. I don't know my kind step. Anybody want to ask for something?
So which money you go take to the celebrity? Which money you go take to the celebrity?
Yes, so
sometimes you have to consider.
No, you don't consider. If not like this, you go to borrow.
Now they tell you now, like I tell like if I reach out now, if my neighbor dey please, can I meet?
Why would you meet them?
Or say they say you celebrity, they say me they go with this side. They say me they go expect me they go.
So say which one you go use? Which money you go use? When you go
Me, I was
thinking outside. Me, I was thinking in fact. Now you cannot go to some place. Right now there are many things you cannot do. There are many places you cannot go.
Very long. Which money would you use?
Everywhere they call me good luck. You go win the money. You go carry am. You go chop am. Me, I was thinking your fans to be voting.
Okay.
Sure, understand when you are in your house, people will take you as their favorite. They will be voting for you. They're not like you. Ah, you see people when they help me, babe. Now you get the money. By the time my mind, one of my sisters say, babe, you dey enjoy. They are not voting. Even my status now, they don't put am. If they watch your status, don't go. Everybody don't come on your status. Me, why they get like 150 views every day? I know they get up to 30 views. May not as it was. Before, if I post picture on my WhatsApp, before 30 minutes, I don't get like 70 views. Now I'm not getting up to 5 views. Today I use annoyance that exists of like 3 of my WhatsApp website they will help me. But the thing is causing trouble. I exist on 3 WhatsApp groups, even the one I tell them I don't pursue everybody, everybody go. Everybody just call you for phone, baby, what's up? Come on, what's up? And they fair. People are not posting, they are not replying. You know many people are not posting when they ask say who is this one I'm driving, I'll call you. This one just send your card number now, I will do it. Hello, my wife just born twins. Hey, my mama come Abuja, my I just pray everything should be over. Let me just go. Even my friends, I bought phones for last month. I bought like 3 phones for them. They are not even calling me. They are not even calling. But this one, they make person learn lesson. Now, me people, why go Abuja? My friends say they need only them. They get many boyfriends. When they buy them, now look, they say my friends. They really need to. I bought 3 of them. Now, none of them are able to come and say, babe, what's up? So, my business is at stake right now. I'm losing money from my business. By this time last year, I don't stop my Christmas market. They say against Esther. Now I'm not sure. So by next week, I don't know if I'm next week.
Sunshine, what's that now?
I know I don't know. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. No, me, I know say I no go last year. If I marry at this one, the person have my grace of God. From next week, who am I begging for vote? Everybody is not begging. And it's 20 votes. Highest 20 votes. 50 votes now. Yeah. You shop for Nana. I guess even the 50 votes have not been confirmed. Even the 50 votes have not been
And next year you go perceive am. Yeah, people wait there, they go perceive am.
But I get what you make me come here. I just came here. I just want to create that business and everything. I want to go. Because I've not done all this kind of thing. I've not done admin. I've not done anything. All my life I've worked. And the way when I was I just go like this one to I don't get time for this social life. That's why I came to create that business in acting and everything. So that next thing I know what
My son's my brother's work.
Okay, after okay. Do Wamalaba first.
No, I don't get many enemies because of what? Because of the votes. Like, if people you know, if they don't vote for you, get angry. You get angry.
No, depending on there are people that they don't go for here, they don't have because you know they don't have and they have money.
Because I've always told them before coming here, and all of them promised to give me food. Then now them they even they drag me go.
But there are sometimes the money no enter person. You understand? There's some people where you expect so they will get money. There's some people where you say that they expect but they don't see. I don't want to worry them for that. But there are some people you know that they have and they are still
the person that will spend half of that.
person that will
and the people that started it and the people that started putting one something.
Now them cause them.
They don't know that they start at least the highest should be like this. There you be managing yourself.
I saw them is now them cause and now why they make more people up? You have to do that much of the now them is let's back on them. Sharp. Just pray this page will finish
Now my God, they are not confirming. That one is get.
But they confirm my own word. Now only the one word this night will be never. That one word, but after that one I don't know. That's because I don't want to.
Hey, Iwela, that pair hands over. That is mine. Keep on.
Please, my power bank and my cord. Which one? Go to Rayas Academy. Are you in this? It's in somewhere in Solo. Even as it is there now, you will have I don't pull up. Cinema. You don't pull up. I like that one. That's what is expensive. But now that's what they don't pay anything.
And they get the big answers.
Now add the man is for root card message.
How many more?
Queen Ebuka, are you going to your room?
How many more? The only man when they marry for this house. My brother get them no man, they are jealous of you.
Queen Ebuka International.
So, wait. How many days we going to class?
It's 3 months course. They will teach you, not like this one, they come and do it. They will teach you. Lecture. You have master classes in acting. If you check their Facebook, check their Instagram, is there. Now them produce that movie, now them they produce many cinema movies.
Please remind me. Let me.
I'll show you if they give us phone to go and read your Instagram page.
I'll follow them once I go and read it.
But you will not register like that, you have to wait till the form is out.
Then I'll look for modeling this thing to register. Friend.
You do see.
I won't carry him out to buy change for market. That story they read the other time. Wait, they don't say na. They don't have PhD.
Which is talk correct? Repeat that way you talk. If you don't want me to vest for you. Your brain is not.
They say na PJ born Serafina.
No worry. I get a lot of content this night. Don't go pushing next a lot to be the she immediately wash now. She don't try his cut. Maybe yeah, now you do.
But boy, I want this guy to stand up.
See what you not supposed to do for some mates.
When you don't start to this last. When you start to when you do this after this.
I mean that's
the boss of the carpet.
Okay, I beg guys. A lot of content is there now.
No, Adam.
Now cream be that. No.
Ziba.
Hey.
I dream about it.
Give me a lot.
Next week is on. Let's start up my
we get 20 minutes on that. There shall be no place on the No. Small drama, small president and talk. Because here, there's one boy in school called Dr. Yush, and one girl called no problem. Now the school begin and the band begin.
She changed this guy. It's still no.
We know.
I don't know the flow of the two.
They just say the boy like the girl. The boy tell the boy they like the girl. The girl like this one begin.
You know what they are saying?
Wait, now your mother in law has to come and one carry free and they talk back and say you present. I don't understand.
But last 2 years, they want me.
It was the final.
Now final.
People, all those people will remain. Now then they get
Final.
Money to be bad and say that's what
I'm not even going to carry. Many people don't know about